Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do some popular list methods. These are the list methods you must know. So we're going to create a list, my list, and we're going to populate it with names. Let's have a look. So I'm going to put Dave, Bill, Paul. Just some random names like that, and I'm going to create the first function here. This is one that everybody should know. Print list. Okay, first very basic one using the print command and my list. So this is print list. Okay. So we're going to run that module. So we've got Dave, Bill and Paul here. So that's just printed out the list. Right, the next one we're going to do is print list length. So we're going to get the length of the list. So pretty simple. Print, and then we'll use the len for the length to get the length of my list. Okay, oops, we'll just okay, so we're just going to print the list length here. So this is going to be print list length. Okay, so we're just going to call the function this one here, and let's have a look at how long it is. Okay, 3. Okay, so that's the length of the list. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the next one we're going to do is append list. So this is going to be append list. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some stuff on here. So name 1, let's have a look. Name 1 is going to be equal to Tojo. Name 2 is going to be equal to traditional American name, Billy Bob. Okay, and we're going to do my list dot append. So we're going to add name 1 to the list, and then we're going to do my list dot append. Again, it's going to be name 2 here, and then print my list. Okay, so all we're going to do now is we're going to call append list. And save it and run the program. Okay, so we've added Tojo and Billy Bob to the end of the list. Okay. Alright guys, next we're going to loop through the list. So we're going to create define loop list. So we're going to loop through these names on here. So we're going to print looping, and then we're going to do something like for X in my list. So we'll iterate over it with X, and then we will print the X here, which will print out our names. And let's just call this loop list. Okay, save that there. Oh dear, I seem to have deleted the list. Sorry about that. So look, my list is going to be equal to Bob, Bill, and Tony. Okay, so that's my new list. So let's just save that and let's just run the program. And there we go, looping Dave, Bill and Paul, printed them out. Okay, so the next thing is we're going to do a list search. Just delete this off here and we're going to do a list search. So we're going to call it list search. Okay, print. So I'm going to do a new line character here. Give me a bit of a space. Right, so the item I want to find in here is going to be, whoops, there's going to be, let's say, who do I want to find in here? Tony. So I want to see if Tony is in this list. Okay, so this is going to be simply if item, which is Tony, in my list. So if Tony is in my list, we're going to do something. Print item found, else. Look at this. Print item not found. Okay, all we have to do now is call the function. So that's going to be list search. Save it and let's run it. Let's see if we can find Tony in the list. Item not found. Let's have a look. So Tony. Oh, I've got two lists. Oh dear, that's where the other list went to. Okay, let's just delete that one. Okay, let's try it again with this list. Okay, so item found. So we found Tony in there. Let's just change the name on this. Let's put something that's not in Steve. Let's see what the result of this is. So let's just run it there. Okay, item not found. Well, Steve is not found because he's not in the list, is he? So we can't find him if he's not there. Okay, let's just move that up a little bit and we'll get on to the next one now. Okay, the next one's going to be list clear. So create the function called list clear. Okay, so simply my list dot clear and parenthesis at the end. Okay, so print message to the user. So empty list. And that's going to be my list. Okay, so let's just call it list clear. Right. Save it, run it, and there you go. Clear list. Right, the next one we're going to do is list reverse, which means exactly what it sounds like. It's going to reverse the list. So this is going to be list reverse. Okay, and first of all, my list dot reverse. Okay, and then we're just going to print it out for the user to see. So this is my list and call it. Save it, run the program, and there you go, it's reversed the list. So this is the original list, and where's that gone now? It's there. Okay, and this is the list after we reversed it, so you can see what's happened there. Okay, so now we're going to do the list inserts. Basically, we're going to insert something into the list. So this is going to be called list insert, and we're going to insert an element into here at a certain index position. When you look at your lists here, you start off at index position 0. So this is index 0, index 1, index 2. We're going to insert something into that list at a specific index position that we state. So for example, this is going to be my list dot insert, and then we've got the parenthesis here so we can add arguments to it. So I'm going to put position 0, and I want to put something let's put something that will stand out, so XXX, so definitely see that. So we're going to insert XXX at position 0. So let's call this. Okay, let's just save that there. Let's call it. What has happened here? Oh, yes. I've been in a hurry, haven't I? Forgot to print it out. My list. Okay, so save it and take 2. Here we go, let's run it. Okay, my list, it's inserted XXX at position 0. Let's say we want to insert it at the bottom here, so we could insert it at index position -1 and run that. Let's see where it shows up. There, index position -1. It's moved down 1 there. Okay, right. Okay, folks, we're going to go on to the next one here. We're going to do extend the list. So that's going to be extend list. So we're going to create some different lists here, some lists inside the function. We're not going to use this one up here. We're going to use the lists inside the function. So list 1 is going to be equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's list 1. And list 2 is going to be equal to A, B, C, A, B, C. That will do. Okay, so we're going to go list 1 dot extend, and that's going to be list 2. So we're adding list 2 to list 1, and then what we do is we print list 1, and you should see what's happening here. So this is going to be extend list. It should have extended that list, added the list 2 to list 1. So let's save it, let's run the program, and there you go, it's added. List 2 has been added to list 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. So there you go, check that out. Rightio. Okay, the next function that we're going to go on to is called remove elements. So we're going to do this. So this is going to be remove element, Whoops. So we're going to basically remove an entry from the list. So let's create a list inside our function called list1 and give it some name. Just give it A, B, C, D, just to make it easier. So again, list1 dot remove. Okay, and we're going to remove something. What do I want to remove? Let's say C. Okay, and we're going to do print list1. Okay, so this is going to be remove element. And save it, and let's see if it does what it says it's going to do. Here we go. Run it. Okay, so you will have noticed that C has been removed from this list. Okay, let's just close that. Right. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to pop an element. So let me just get rid of this for you. So this is going to be define pop element. Okay. So I'm going to create a list. In fact, I'll get rid of this list up there. It's redundant now. We don't need it. So I'm going to create a list inside here called list1. And I'm going to populate it with names: Bill, Bob, and Joe. They're not related, by the way. Okay, so list1 dot pop. Okay, I want to pop one of these names from this list, so I want to remove it. So I'm going to pop Joe here. So Joe, if we look in here, 012, so he's index position 2, or if we count it from this way, it will be index position -1. So let's try -1, and then we're going to print list1 here. Let's call it as always, or else nothing will happen. Element. Save that. Run it. There we wait. Sorry about that. There we go. Joe has gone. Right. Let's try something else, shall we? Let's pop element 1, which should be Bob. So save it and run it. There we go. Bob has done one. He's probably gone to the bar or something to get a beer. Right, okay, now we're going to go on to list slice. So create list slice. Again, we're going to create a list inside the function, so that's list1, I'm going to call it, just to keep it simple, and just populate it with some numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, populate it with some numbers there. Okay, so I'm going to create a variable called x, and I'm going to assign it to my this is where I need my list. Okay, let's create another list here. So it's going to be my list. Forgot about that. Okay, let's just populate that with some names like Dave, Joe, and Sid. Dave, Joe and Sid. Okay, so we've got that. So this is the global list here. So my let's have a look. List. My list, and I'm going to go from index position 0 to index position 2. Let's make it a bit longer. Paul, Bill. Okay, that will cover anything. Right. So I'm going to slice that from here, 0 to 2. So it's going to start at index position 0 and work up to 2. 0, 1, 2. Okay, and then we're going to create another variable called y, which is going to be equal to my list 1, which is this one here with the numbers in it. And I'm going to just get one piece out of it, which is going to be -1 there. And now I'm going to print them. Print X and Y. Okay, and let's just call the function there. So that's going to be a list slice. Okay, calling that now. There we go. I've got Dave and Joe. Okay, so 0, 2. Okay. Right. Okay, and we've got number 5 in it as well. Okay, so the list slice, and now we're going to go on to count occurrences. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to clear this here. Count occurrences. So that's going to be create count occurrences. Okay, so we're going to create a list 1 in here, and I'm going to populate it with some numbers. So I'm going to put 1, 1, 1 in there, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So now I'm going to print let's say 1 here. The number 1 has occurred. And then we're going to do list 1 dot count, and then we're going to pass it 1 here, so it knows what to look for. So count occurrences. Just to simply call the function, and we'll see how many times number 1 occurred in that list. It's occurred 3 times. Let's just check that. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so there's 3 instances of number 1 in the list. Okay, now we're going to create a function that sorts elements, and I'm going to call it sort elements. This is what it's going to be called, sort elements here. So I'm going to create a list inside here called my list 1, and I'm going to put Z. This is just totally random. T, say A, say C, let's say X. Okay, so this is simply going to be my list 1 dot sort, and then we're going to print it, so it's going to sort it into alphabetic order. Print my list 1. Right, all we have to do is now call it sort elements. Let's see if it puts them all in order, shall we? So let's save it and run the function. There you go, they've all been put in order, starting from A, C, T, X and Z. Well, I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. I hope it's been of some use to you. And remember, if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button below. It will help the channel out as well. Also, you can leave me a like and click the bell icon so you never miss another video. And I will catch you in another video next time. Bye-bye.